I'm Matt Rasmussen, and this is my ghost story. In the summer of 2008, a group of friends and myself were vacationing in Galena, Illinois, which is a very historic town. Supposedly, it's the scene of many hauntings. Galena is thought to be one of the most haunted locations in America. This particular story focuses on a specific restaurant on Main, which is called the 111 Main restaurant. And while there we were grabbing a drink, and we heard some of the locals and some of the staff talking about some of the paranormal experiences they had there over the years. So very interested in this, we met up with one of our friends named Mariah, who's a medium. We went up to the third story, which is supposedly where most of the hauntings have taken place. And while up there, we got a very strange feeling, and immediately Mariah channeled in and she was able to tell us that there was a young boy, the spirit of a young boy there with us, and his name was Thomas. And she communicated back and forth with him for a little bit, and then Thomas wanted to communicate with me. Now, one of the specific questions that Thomas asked me is if I knew where his marbles were. Apparently he lost his marbles a long time ago when he was living. I'll never forget this. He asked if I could reach out and touch him, touch the top of his head. So I reached out, and I'll never forget the sensation I felt. It was a very powerful energy. It was a strong, cold, and damp feeling. And after that, basically he just said, "Okay, well, I'm leaving then." And he left as quickly as he came in. And throughout the evening, Mariah had contacted several other spirits. One in particular, his name was Vincent, and he was a little bit more of a rickety, violent ghost. There were several things that were thrown around, and we heard loud thuds and slamming against the walls. The lights were flickering on and off most of the night. One of the staff members who was up there with us got inhabited by the spirit of this Vincent, and he was speaking very strangely in tongues, and he collapsed and fell on the ground. And as soon as he did that, all of the lights went out at the same time. And there's even a photo of the spirit circling the 111 Main from the outside, which is a very famous photo, which is now hanging up in their lobby. We heard very strange disembodied noises, and we had gotten a few EVPs throughout the evening.
Wasn't she just 2 days old?
She really needs to have her head on her shoulder.
What is that?
Okay, I'm not the only one who heard it then. I don't know why.
John, we destroyed.
We were actually there at the same time as one of the local paranormal groups called the CPD, the Chicago Paranormal Detectives. And they were there actually filming a pilot for one of their shows, which aired on A&E just a little earlier this year, called Paranormal Cops. I think is a great location, as there are several spirits there, and it's something that I won't soon forget. I'm Matt Rasmussen, and that is my ghost story.